Okay, well, hello again, everyone. Welcome to what was Game 7 of my Naboo regional experience against Lyndon Patter, I believe his last name is. Played Lyndon a few times through our leagues over the last year and a half. He has played this Quimunnig deck against me before. I was playing Hunt Down V in one of our league matches, and he it absolutely crushed me. So I had a bit of an idea of what he was going to do. Also, I played against Sean first game. It was Quimunnig, so I had a bit of an idea of what I was doing this time, I think. Although it was getting late, it was game 7, and as you'll see, I think both of us made a number of mistakes in this game. So, plan this time, definitely gonna grab the neighbouring, and I have enjoyed playing Shadow Collective. I've played it a little bit since in one or two games, with not huge success apart from I played with I swapped to Justin Branch's version, which plays like obviously the Maul effect and gets Maul's lightsaber going. And it's got a lot of Destiny 7s in it, which was kind of cool. But yeah, just, I don't know, it's, like I said, I've enjoyed playing it, but I feel like at the same time, it doesn't feel like it's a tier 1 deck, or I'm just not a good enough player to play it tier 1. And yeah, that's a bit of a tedious link. Anyway, going back to this game. So Lyndon does the usual peek, put card down. I think when I looked in my force pile, there was I think it was more in there, or there was something in there that I wanted to draw into. I think it was because I saw both Maras were in there, maybe. It's hard to remember what I was thinking at this point now. It's like over 3 weeks since we did this, so you'll have to excuse me. The card that I just put on at the top of my hand is a Force Push, which has a really cool like cartoon image on it that I swapped over. So again, you know, a unofficial AI, but a very cool one. I think everyone who I spoke to said that they loved the cartoon images that Kev gave out during the day. Or that were in one of the packs, I think they might have been. So do the usual, get my sight, get Maul. One thing I did like about this was having, you know, a couple of blasters in my starting hand, because it means you can get your activation going rather than having to pay to, or rather than bringing out blasters. I know in Justin's build, similar to B Fred, plays 4 accelerates to try and get the bridge out early. I think I played 3 or 4 masterful moves. I think I did 2 non and 1 combo. Yeah, I think 3 non-combo, 1 combo masterful moves to get the hollow table out. Obviously that wasn't happening. I think I was twitchy in this game, so I was just like moving everything around. You know, gotta keep it all neat though, nice and everything in line. So one thing I did remember in this game was where to put my sights. So I think if you're going to keep Maul on the first light site, obviously you move him to the library or the study. And then I was putting the bar just like on the other side of the lobby, I think that one is. Oh yeah, Lyndon, he he's definitely a Star Wars collector, so he's got some cool actual like PC and like Decipher cards, like real cards, not the our own made up ones. And that sparkly Luke was very cool. Yeah, going back to the site. So in this one, in my other games, I put the bar in between the two sites that are on the table. No, I put it on the other side, which when you move Maul to one of them, does nothing, and he's not an alien, so he doesn't give you the extra generation for being at the like lobby either. So unless you want Maul to be with your aliens, I guess. But yeah, I that's one thing I've learned with this deck, just very small. Apologies if I'm like waffling this morning. Oh my dog woke me up dreaming. He was like howling, and it's now like since like 5 o'clock this morning. It was one of those when you can't go back to sleep, so I thought, well, might as well use the time this morning to come down and record this game because these needs to be done. There we go. And then there you go, play force push. I put like a blaster and BB9 back. I don't know what I took then, I can't remember, but I was very confident in what I wanted, I think, then. Just got it straight away. Was slightly nervous about playing against Quimunnig again, because I feel like, yeah, that was it, Cad Bane I took, because I was thinking go down, cancel Luke's immunity to attrition. Aura Sing. Cad Bane. And give Cad a blaster, just to like get some forfeit. I think I activated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, it wasn't. Put one back with force push. 11. And this is where I forgot to. Oh no, he just let me hit him. That was it. I don't know why I did that, to be honest. Although, maybe I remembered that you can't cancel it by that point. He swung at Aura Sing. He drew 4-1, I used Maul to make it 4. And then, yeah, he Jedi Levs. I was wondering whether to grab the Jedi Lev. I think this is one of those games for both of us. We were like flagging, and I can't remember what we were talking about now. There's a lot of hand waving and gesturing and stuff going on. And then he's sorry about the master, which is a little bit annoying. Which made me feel like I was glad I actually hit him with Aura, because I wouldn't have been able to cancel this thing with Cad. Which is probably what I should have done first, actually. Oh, he lost Luke's bionic hand. I didn't see where that came from. Ugh. And then I draw a 1 and make it a 2. I think he draws good as well to... yeah. Another sparkly Luke. So I'm like, right, that's 2 Lukes down. And then he's going to pop Walklin. And then I'm going to pull Secret Plans. Always forget about that. I don't know why I hadn't pulled Secret Plans at the start. Trying to learn with the shields to like pull them when they're going to do something, like when you actually need them, so that you don't just pull a shield for no reason. The only problem with doing that is sometimes I don't pull them actually when you do need them. But he still had a force left, so he would have easily paid, and I wasn't at a battleground, so Coward wouldn't have done anything either. But still, would have been better to make him pay a force. Plays Weiser, looks for the battle planes. Mace. This is what's nuts actually about the Quimunnig deck, is once they get a few of their sights out, their activation is nuts. And that's without even stacking a Jedi. Lyndon has this interesting thing as well, that at the end of his turn, instead of just drawing cards randomly, he would count how many cards he had in his hand, and then he would just draw off as many from his force pile until he reached 12, which I thought was quite a good little trick, like rather than drawing in too many to get monarched or anything or whatever. He also sometimes he didn't know what he was drawing, because he'd just kind of go like, oh, there's 8 cards in my hand, and he'd just go like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then over to you kind of thing. So I couldn't activate down to the 6 that I'd put back at the end of his turn. So there's no way of me going and like shooting Mace. But yeah, this is that thing where it's like he's just sat there drain, like potential drain for 3. A double swing, immune nutrition less than 6, I think. So Mace is a pretty tough nut to crack, and he's probably going to clear 3 of my guys if I go after him. So it's like, should I just leave him where he is? But I do have Mara and Dr. E in hand. Double Dr. E. It's a bit of a crappy hand, I think. Double Dr. E, double Zizor, Amara. I do have the You Are Beaten, a Gick, and an Ellis. So, like, no major defense. And his eyes were down, get him a blaster. I'm sure this is where I was thinking about, like, just spreading a little bit. Something I think I would like for Shadow Collective, maybe down the line we'll get some, but is some more decent gangsters. Obviously we've got like Zizor, Maul, I use Mighty Jabber, and Proxima, and Kira. This is like 5, I guess, in the deck. But like Balatik, I've seen him in some decks, but I don't actually know if he's like that great. He's good if you just want to put him at the site, an opponent's site, and drain, or he like messes with solo. Other than that, though, it's like doesn't particularly do much. What other gangsters are there? Gardilla the Hutt, you could put her in. She's a bit naff though. Although I was tempted to put her in because she messes with. You can like pay a force to draw destinies through True Force if you draw higher than your opponent, so you could like mess with their potential tracking, I guess. But yeah, other than that, I don't really know. I don't think off the top of my head any of the gangsters, so it would be nice to get, you know, a decent gangster. Someone who's like immune to attrition, you know, less than 5, that would go into this deck nicely. So you see I play Java Space Cruiser, is my like splashable space. I know some people play the Slave one because Hondo pulls it, which is okay if you're playing you know, Boba Fett and Django, which some builds I've seen don't play either of them, and they probably don't play the Slave one either, but yeah, get rid of Phantom Menace. I think I get rid of BB9 as well here. But yeah, Slave 1, it only deploys for 3, which as opposed to 4. Its power, it's decent power because it's 3 plus 1 for each opponent's starships. But it's got no immunity to attrition. So unless you put like at least 2 guys and possibly a gun on it, it's it's just gonna deploy and then die. Whereas the space cruiser has immune attrition less than 5. Ugh. And then he draws a 0 for his neighbouring. So I was like, you jammy git. And I didn't grab it. Again. Oh, what we're doing. Yeah, the space cruiser, it's got immune attrition less than 5. When you deploy it, it's not for free anymore, but you can deploy a leader aboard it, which is handy. So like, I got Fall On, goes with Jabba, adds a Destiny. You've got Proxima when she's with 2 aliens, which pretty much every card in your deck's an alien. So yeah, it's like you put a guy on it, give him a gun. You can potentially stay in space for a turn. Because if they do crack their immunity, I think he tried to play Clash thinking it was like a sorry about the mess, but he didn't realise I got my action before he plays that because it's not a jest. Take a crack at Mace, Sith Fury, which he senses. So this is the problem I think with this deck. I didn't put in a Cold Feet. I think when I built it on Gem, I did put Cold Feet in, and I didn't put it in when I was building it to take with me. Or I thought about it and then I didn't. So not having the Cold Feet, pulling the shield to pull the bounty, means you only get 3. So not pulling like a scent shield doesn't really help. So working out then, he had power 12, 18, -1, 17. And I had 5, 8. Yeah, so I was down 6 because he's forfeit 0 from Mace's lightsaber. So gig that battle. And this is that point where it's like, lost some cards. He's lost a few, but not a lot. And what do I do now? Play Ellis more to the battle planes to at least do a You'll Be Dead ping. And I think I put the other Shizu, or I might put Mara down with him now. Because she's my other Black Sun agent, so I can use the bounty card with her. So he's at Cloud City, give him a blaster. You see, he lost to Weezer for the ping. I think at this point I was just like, I need to kind of try and spread, do some damage. He's looking at a drain of 2, so it's not horrendous. I'm doing 2 damage, but I'm not having to pay for it at the moment. He's lost 2 Lukes. He can't deploy Luke to the sides where my guys are, so he's got to try and find his other neighbouring. And then I decide make Django and Mara my Black Sun agents, which I hadn't done all game yet. I don't actually know why I didn't do that with like Dr. E. I think I was waiting to use Dr. E as my like like attack person, rather than deploying him and waiting for him to come to him. So put Mara at the farm. Mainly did that to, I think I put him there to start with because I was thinking, oh, he won't be able to deploy Luke and do his farm pull, which he'd already done anyway, so then it's like, might as well move her there, I guess. Over to London again. That's where I realised she was in a different sleeve. I was just swapping her over. The sleeves actually looked identical from the back, it's just that they had that different hologram. Drains for 2, it leaves a Sarge and a Masterful Move combo. See my hand there, a Lawless Time. That's, I'm guessing it's the AI, because it's not the information broker card for it, which is pretty cool image actually. I got that for, I think the OCS last year. I think this is the turn. Lyndon wrote about this in his tournament report, which if you haven't read it yet, definitely recommend going to the PC forum and the Star Wars CCG forum. There's a whole bunch of tournament reports actually from different players, different games, different events. I definitely recommend having a read of them. They're great fun, and yeah, they're just interesting. What people, their insights in games they played, things they learned. So here we see he whiffed on Leia's gun. I think this deck is similar to the Tom deck, where I think he plays 3 Nabrans and then he puts his blaster on her from hand anyway. I'm thinking, damn, I should have bountied her. I think I only saved 2 force as well, so let me see, Chewie comes down and I decide to Shizel's bounty Chewie. So when we looked through his deck, he had like a lot of mixed destinies in there. There was a 0, some characters, and then a couple of 4s, a couple of 5s. So his chances, unless he's got a blaster proficiency in his hand, the chances of hitting either Mara or Maul are pretty slim. He's got to draw 6 to hit Mara and a 7 to hit Maul because of the -1 potential. So I didn't think he was going to battle, but he does. He pays 1. I guess he was thinking, I'm just going to try and clear, like, Mara. That was pay 1 to retrieve 1, maybe? Takes a shot, draws a 4, misses. And draw a 2 and a 1. Sith Fury for Django. Which he doesn't sense this time, I think. Is he thinking about grabbing it? Oh, he decided he wanted to try and play Blaster. That was it. So, yeah. Revert, put my cards back on top. Pay 1 to grab that. And then, so might as well take a shot with Maul. Misses. It's kind of like gonna do the same-ish thing anyway. Yeah, play Lawless Time. If I had a blaster, might as well add a second Battle Destiny. I'm not sure if he played a leadership then. Oh, he played leadership to add a destiny. Okay. And then he draws 5/4. Django, I'm going to Sith Fury Django into my hand. And I draw a 6/1. Make it a 2. And he decides to grab Sith Fury after that as well. So forfeit the gun for 3, and then Mara goes for 7. So they die, and he's got to lose Leia, which I was pretty lucky, I guess. I drew the 6 first, so she was going whatever. But yeah, now he's got Chewie sat there. And we do some cards and we recirculate. And that was the moment he didn't realise you could move Chewie with the bounty. He's only prevented from battling, but you can actually move. And, you know, Boss Nazi Chambers is kind of next to the battle planes. He could have just moved into there, but I think the way that those sites were stacked, like everyone does, you put your Twixes to the side. You forgot you could move to there, so yeah, this is a bad turn for Lyndon. I think I mustn't have had any cards in my hand. I just pinged. I disarmed Chewie, paid 3 to trade for 1. I must have forgot to ping as well. And I paid 3 to drain and then didn't ping, which just seems a bit ridiculous. Full Force Django adds an extra destiny because he's with a permanent weapon character. And then, yeah, I had a quick read of Chewie's game text. Because, interestingly, Chewie says when he's hit, he adds a destiny, or draws a destiny if unable to otherwise. So, I decided to go with full on as well, cancel his game text, and then shoot him with more. There's a 2 plus 1 is a 3, so he's hit. Flips my objective, get to add a destiny to total power. So I'm 4, 8, 10 to Chewie's 6. $14, 15, 16, 17 plus 1, 18. Oh yeah, Chewie's power -1 because of disarm, so he's 5. So I'm 4, 8, 10, 14, 15, 16. Oh yeah, Shizel's Bounty lets me retrieve a card. I think we double check with Thomas how this works, and it's like, should just read the card first. It's as if a character is about to be lost, so he hasn't actually gone lost. To retrieve the Mara, I think, and then disarmed, and Shizel's Bounty go in the lost pile. Yeah, so I'm 17, he's 5. Chewie covers 6 forfeit. 11, so he's down 6. So this one is sparkly Chewy. I hadn't realised that before. And he gets peek in his hand from the bounty, which feels nice. Let's see, mace. Okay, so yeah, that's where we went wrong. He peeled 12 instead of 6. Thinking that Chewie was forfeit 0 from the gun, and he's not. So that was a bit of a big difference. Especially when you see like my hand isn't anything spectacular, and he had like a few characters in his hand. So he activated 12 and saved 3, I think it looks like. 3 or 4. Swapping another sleeve. So I think, yeah, the mistake with She's Bounty not moving Chewie away, sort of put Lyndon a little bit on tilt, and yeah, just both of us not catching that he lost so much force. So now we see Padme coming down, puts Luke and his saber at the farm. Yeah, so that was it. He deployed Luke like turn 2, whatever it was, and hadn't used his farm pull, and we did talk about it actually. And so he got to use it then, which is why I was thinking about putting Mara there to stop him doing that basically, and trying to find his other neighbouring. I believe this was like another mistake he made, in that he tried to walk Mace and Yoda from the First Light to the Cloud City site, which obviously in Gem you wouldn't do because they're all separated and it'd say no. But yeah, and then he GG's after that because Padme's probably going to get killed. He's looking at taking a ping, a drain of 2. So yeah, so I think, sort of semi-last game of the day, it was getting late, mistakes were made, and that's how it goes with Star Wars sometimes. Like, annoyingly, it's, sometimes I think it's not the plays you make that are good, that win you games, it's making less mistakes than your opponent. Mixed in with a little bit of luck, like getting, your good Destiny draws or finding the cards that you need soon. But yeah, so that was game 7 of my Naboo Regionals. I hope you enjoyed this game again, and there is one more game to go. Sadly, although we played 8 games, I didn't get to record 2 of them. So I might do a bit of a recap of one of them, or both of them. At a later date, I've also got some more prize support stuff to show you guys when I get a chance to shoot these videos. And until then, take care yourselves, and may the Force be with you.